Welcome to Town Square Media's Jersey Shore Journal with Vin Ebenau. This is a weekly public affairs program designed to keep you informed about important issues affecting Monmouth and Ocean counties. Now here's Vin Ebenau with this week's Jersey Shore Journal.
And a good evening to you. I hope that you've all had a great weekend and a great month because it's April 30th. And I thank you for joining me tonight to discuss the Jersey Shore. My guest on the show tonight is Andrea Verdone-Gorsigner, the president and founder of the Middletown-based nonprofit Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer. And she's joined by Sue Funk, the president and founder of the Hannah Duffy Foundation. And then Dan Alexander gives us all a look at what's going on in Ocean and Monmouth County this week. Grab your tutus and get ready to run. The Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer annual 225K run or walk, you can walk, is coming up June 11th, Sunday at Middletown High School South. Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer is a Middletown-based nonprofit founded by Andrea Verdone-Gorsigner, whose daughter Natalie battled childhood cancer several years back, thankfully in remission and just a healthy young girl. But this organization, this nonprofit, helps so many other kids out there and their families going through a childhood cancer diagnosis. And they've got their annual 225K Run Walk fundraiser coming up. And your help is needed in whatever way you could provide it. You could certainly ride virtually. Andrea Verdone-Gorsigner and Sue Funk joined me and Dave Crossan recently on Short Time with Vin and Dave, a show that you could hear every Sunday, 7 to 8 a.m. on 94.3 The Point, to discuss this upcoming 225K fundraiser and also a little bit more about Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer as well. We've got Sue Funk from the Hannah Duffy Foundation and returning to the show for a second time from Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer in Middletown. The champion of the world, Andrea Verdone-Gorsigner.
You got it. You said the full name right. I'm proud of you, Ben. Proud of you.
We'll play Sirius by the Alan Parsons Project, the Chicago Bulls theme song when they run out to the floor.
High five.
So we're talking the annual 225K, which this year is coming up Sunday, June 11th, and rain or shine, I assume, because it looked like it rained last year as well.
Last year,
it was a monsoon.
Monsoon.
It didn't just rain.
No, it didn't.
It came down.
Not just rain. And you know what? It rained from the second we started setting up at like 6 a.m.
Yep.
Until the literal second we broke down at 11:30. And then it was bright, sunny, beautiful sky.
There you go.
Of course.
Okay.
In the afternoon, it was like gorgeous out.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. And you know, honestly, we were like, wow, no one is going to show up, even though people had already registered.
Right.
You know, we had already raised the money, so technically it didn't matter. But we were really sad because we're like, no one's going to show up. This is crazy. But they showed up.
Nice.
They did show up.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had,
Love
at
to hear
least
it.
half of them showed up.
They did.
And not just showed up, but huge smiles, like dancing when they're running. Like people were loving the rain. It was crazy. It was the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. So it ended up being like a really amazing morning.
It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes you go in there, you're having fun, you're seeing friends and people all there for the same reason. You're like, you know what? Let's just have fun.
Yeah, and how can you not have fun when you're looking around and you see men, women, boys, and girls all wearing tutus?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty amazing. Yeah.
Did Mayor Perry wear a tutu?
You know what? I don't think he did.
Oh, boy.
Tony. I don't know. Maybe I should check the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had a...
I don't think he did.
I don't think he had a tutu. I'm going to have to give him a hard time about that.
Oh.
As you should.
You're
yes.
in trouble, Mayor Perry.
Yeah. I mean, we did have... he wasn't in attendance to this, but he did make a video for us, Dr. Storm, with the CBTN.
Ah.
Okay.
Children's Brain Tumor Network.
Yep.
That's who we've raised this money for. They're
There you
located
go.
over
Yep.
at CHOP. Dr. Storm in the video was sporting a tutu.
He was
Nice.
sporting a tutu.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
if
There
Dr.
you go.
Storm can wear a tutu, I think Tony
That's
Perry
right.
can.
Yep.
You have to give him a hard time.
Shout out to Tony Perry.
Yeah.
All in good fun.
Yeah.
So it is June 11th, but take us back, at both of you, wherever you want to take this here, the history of this race. I know it was sort of hit that slowdown with the pandemic, but last year boom back into it. But how did this race come to be? I know this is something you're very passionate about in joining forces, not just here in Middletown, New Jersey, but also up in Trumbull, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Location close to where I went to college, up at Sacred Heart.
All right.
So right over there in Fairfield, right down the block.
Yeah.
But this is a big time event. It taking place in 2 states. Well, possibly more. Maybe people are joining in. But Andrea, tell us how this race came to be and what we could be looking forward to.
Yeah, so the original Tutu Trot, I had absolutely nothing to do with. It was originated and created by Marion and Jim McCaffrey. Their daughter, Mia, at the time was fighting rhabdomyosarcoma, as was her classmate. She was fighting a different type of cancer, but 2 kindergarten children in the very same class fighting 2 different types of cancer. So as a means of bringing the community together around the 2 families, all while raising some money to help both families, Jim and Marion had the idea of this 5K. Jim is an avid runner. He's a track coach, so it's just that's his language is running. So they created this beautiful event that, of course, the whole McCaffrey family attended. The community came out in force, and you saw, like I said, men, women, children all wearing tutus. And this is before I actually met the McCaffreys. Had a successful race. Unfortunately, Mia passed away 364 days later, age of 6. And I have to tell you that summer, she passed away in March. In June, Jim and Marion, despite everything that they were going through, having lost Mia, they still were like, we want to do this Tutu Trot again in Mia's memory.
That's great. Yeah.
And because it's really important for them to keep the community rallied around her. And this time they had the beneficiary be Infinite Love. And we had met the McCaffreys probably about 6 months into Mia's fight through the classmate, actually. We were already helping this other family. They reached out to us and said, hey, one of our daughter's classmates was diagnosed. Can I put you in touch with them as well? I'm like, oh, my gosh, of course.
Wow.
So we helped the McCaffreys through a lot of Mia's fight. So I guess that's how Marion and Jim kind of wanted to thank us. So they had us be the beneficiaries of that. Kind of fast forward to the following year, they're at it again. They're doing another Tutu Trot in Trumbull, Connecticut, having the money go to Infinite Love. And at that point, I'm like, Jim, you might as well join the team. Like, you're doing all this amazing work for Infinite Love. So he came on board as our VP.
Okay.
And he's been with Infinite Love ever since. And it wasn't until 2020 where we were like, you know what? Why don't we bring the Tutu Trot to Middletown, New Jersey, as well as Trumbull, Connecticut? Like, why not?
Love it.
And at that point, and this is right before everything's happening with COVID, when we're kind of discussing, hey, June 2020, we're going to have this amazing Tutu Trot take place in Trumbull and take place in Middletown. And at that point, that's when Sue and I started talking about the race. And, Sue had her own race called the Hustle for Hannah. I'm going to actually let Sue start to take the story over from here because she'll explain how she joined forces with the Tutu Trot, and then we can get back to when it actually came to Jersey.
I like the turn of phrase there, join forces. It's like, here we go.
Let's do this.
That's what it is,
like
right?
Superheroes, right?
Yeah.
Take it away, Sue.
Yeah.
I'll just go back kind of to how it started with our race. So our Hustle for Hannah race was started to support our daughter Hannah. She actually was diagnosed with brain cancer at the age of 13 in 2012. And in August of 2013, our community, very similar to Jim's, wanted to support us, and they had put together a race, a 5K race in August of 2013 to support our family, and it was called the Hustle for Hannah. Unfortunately, our daughter couldn't attend the race. She was very ill at the time. But, the community came out in droves and, supported our family, and it was just an amazing event. Everybody from the town in Tinton Falls, which is very close to Middletown, came out in support. Unfortunately, our daughter passed away a month later from brain cancer, but like the McCaffreys, we felt it was so important to continue her legacy and continue just, the support of the town. We continued the Hustle for Hannah race every year, and the money raised from our race went to the Children's Brain Tumor Network at the Children's Hospital Philadelphia. Hannah was treated there. She loves that hospital. She called it her second home. And Dr. Storm, who actually is the head of the CBTN, he was also her neurosurgeon. So we have a very close connection to the CBTN. And over the years, we've held the Hustle for Hannah race. But around 2019, 2020, when Andrea was talking about bringing the tutu trot to Middletown, I was kind of in the process of saying, well, we were getting ready to have some thoughts about maybe retiring our foundation. And I said, well, if you're thinking about doing a race, let's combine forces so that, we can kind of merge the existing Hustle for Hannah race into the tutu trot, and then kind of, like you said, join forces and bring it into as one race. And that's kind of where we went from there. And I guess prior to that, we had all gone down to CHOP to visit and tour the CBTN lab.
Okay.
And Andrea and Jim were just so impressed with all the collaborative work that they're doing, not only for brain cancer research, but ultimately, we always feel that, the key to curing, all cancers is really the brain. So
it's like a gateway.
It's the gateway. So it's just amazing collaborative worldwide research that is being done there. And so we made the decision to not only join forces and collaborate to combine the Hustle for Hannah race into the tutu trot, but that all funds raised within the race would be then going towards the CBTN.
Yeah.
Which made me really happy.
And when we decide to do this, shortly after, because we're thinking, it's going to be in June. It's always the second Sunday in June every year. So mark your calendars going forward, everybody.
Calendars. Love it. Okay.
Get ready for the race in 2024.
Come on now. So we're like, okay, this is going to be great. Well, then, of course, COVID happened. And we realized, all right, pivot.
Yeah.
If anyone watches Friends, pivot. So we decided to do it virtual. And we made it our goal to try to get race runners and registered people in all 50 states. I think we got 47 of the 50.
That's so
Plus,
great.
we got 4 different countries, so that was pretty cool.
There you go.
And then last year, right, was our first. Yeah, last year was our first in-person race. So we did 2 years of virtual, and then last year was the first time we had it in person. Same place as this year, High School South. And it was just really, really awesome. And so, our 5K tutu trot is always going to be held in Trumbull, Connecticut, same time as the one we'll be holding in Middletown, New Jersey. So we'll have the same 9 a.m. kickoff.
There you go.
But we're also still offering the virtual option. So any of you listeners out there, if you can't get to Middletown, if you are on vacation, you can still register at a discounted rate.
Nice.
And you can run at any point over the weekend. Go for a walk with your family. Take pictures. If they sign up to be a virtual runner or walker, we'll actually send them the day before, I believe, a bib that they can print out.
There you go.
Great.
They can take a selfie, post it to social, tag us, and we love to share that in all of our promo going forward.
That's
so
outstanding.
I think between all 3 last year, the virtual, Trumbull, and Middletown, we had over 1,000 registered participants.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah. So we're excited about bringing it back this year.
Yeah, super excited.
So that's the history of it.
Yeah.
Long
history.
It's a good
but
history.
It's
That's great history.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, and the really kind of cool thing, and maybe you can speak a little bit more of this, is once, Sue and Jim started talking about their daughters, it was, first of all, they both share the middle name of Rose. So that was the first.
Okay.
Oh, Hannah
Nice.
Rose, Mia Rose. I actually have a Hannah Rose as well.
Okay.
So
wow.
when Sue and I met, that was, one of the first
special.
things that kind of linked us. But then you and Jim found that Hannah and Mia, even though these are 2 little girls states away who never met, they had other things in common.
Yep. I mean, they both, love the color purple. They love butterflies.
Soccer.
Nice.
They both played soccer.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, our Hannah was just an incredible soccer player. She just was she was just an incredible athlete. And, she loved soccer. She, she just was an all-around, great kid. And, Mia, even though they were, a number of years difference in age, Mia was 6, and, when she passed away, and Hannah was 14. In talking to Jim, there were so many similarities between the two girls.
And they're both of them with the crystal blue eyes.
Yep.
You know that blue that you can like see through, not just blue eyes, but they both had that shade of blue eyes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just stunning little humans.
Yep.
Oh,
Good humans.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's great to hear those connections too, like the similarities too with everything there. And I imagine you hear some of those stories too at these races about similarities, or maybe somebody knows somebody who is battling cancer, or maybe they have a son or a daughter who is as well. And I imagine these are the kinds of stories that come out on the day of the event as well.
Yep. I mean, you never know it can happen to you until it does. One of I don't know if you remember, we used to have an event called Shave a Hero, Save a Hero, and it was a collaboration with the Middletown Fire Department. And every year we shaved, basically people could register to have their heads shaved by some of our cancer fighters, by, all sorts of people. And one of the firefighters who collaborated with me, John Waltz, helped me organize the event, was in a music video for the song Fighter that is on our Infinite Love website. His son, ironically, was diagnosed with leukemia a couple years ago. He's doing great now, Brady.
That's wonderful.
He recently finished treatment. But how crazy that he was just volunteering his time for us, helping, had no connection to childhood cancer. And then I get a call from him. I'll remember it's June 23rd, a couple of years ago. And I could hear his voice, and I'm like, what's going on? And then he's like, Brady was just diagnosed with leukemia. And so you just don't know, so we tell people that it doesn't have to be your child to want to help. I mean, childhood cancer is still the number one disease killer of our kids. And, it's on the rise, whether it's environmental, some of it is genetic, but regardless, it's on the rise. And, we can't fight this alone. So.
Nope.
Yeah, we need every dollar we can get.
Sure.
Yeah, so even if you can't attend the race, if you want to help us out, you just go to infiniteloveforkids.org. Make a donation.
Every dollar counts.
Yep, that's actually where you can go as well to find the link for our run sign up. That'll be on the website as well. You just click on that. I'll take you over there.
Yep.
Yeah, you could set up a team. We have teams for all of the Middletown high schools. We have teams for the Trumbull schools. There's random teams, because some people would say, "Hey, can you do a team for my business?" So
sure, why not? Yeah, there you go.
Families have teams.
Families have teams. Yeah, I mean, anyone can start a team, and that helps us spread the word.
Excellent, Andrea. What does everybody need to know in terms of how to sign up, how to get involved, how to what they need to wear, putting together teams and so forth? What is it everybody needs to know?
So the event is happening on Sunday, June 11th at High School South in Middletown. They can just go onto our website, infiniteloveforkids.org. You'll see right away an image you can click on that will take you to the registration site, where you can register to either run in person with us in Middletown, or you can run as a virtual runner in your own area. And the bonus is, when you go through registration, if you type in the coupon code SHORETIME, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
All right.
$5 off your registration.
Very cool.
So be sure to put that in. If you register by May 15th, you're guaranteed one of our Infinite Love 5K Tutu Trot T-shirts. And come on, Dave was just commenting on how amazing.
T-shirts are tremendous.
They are pretty cool.
Love the material. It's that soft cotton, that breathable.
Yes.
Dry tech.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, no, I noticed that right away. I don't like that scratchy type.
Yes.
This is fantastic. Great quality and just beautiful shirt.
Comfortable
Yes,
and
thank
cool.
you. You get
And you were
amazing T-shirt.
Love it.
You also get, when you register, your very own tutu.
There you go.
But
Very
that
nice.
doesn't mean you don't have to, you can BYOT, right?
Yeah,
You can,
BYOT.
Bring your own
you can
tutu.
bring your
There
own
it is.
tutu,
Love
if you have a favorite, by all means. And the best part is we have everybody wearing them, men, women, girls, boys,
Doesn't
even
matter.
dogs, like they bring
Oh,
for
wow.
walks. Like,
There you go.
Oh, that's
everybody
outstanding.
at tutu. If you go on our website, you can watch a 2-minute sizzle reel from last year's trot. And anyone who's watched this quick video is like, oh my gosh, I had tears in my eyes. Not because it was sad, because it was just so beautiful.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
there's just something about seeing all of these people so happy, running, wearing tutus in the rain from last year. It was incredible.
In the monsoon.
In
Yep.
the monsoon. But people can also go to our Facebook page, Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer. That's where we're constantly updating about the tutu trot. In about a week, they're going to see a sign up for volunteers. It's great for students who need hours. And also, of course, sponsors. That is huge. Like last year, thanks to sponsors and our participants, we raised $100,000 for the
Wow.
CBTM.
That's so
So we really, really want to do that again. If we can raise more, that's even better. But we absolutely cannot do that without sponsors.
Okay.
So if there are any companies out there, again, head to our website. You'll see a link to sponsor. It's also on our registration page. And again, that cutoff is about May 15th to have their logo on the T-shirt. But certainly they can sponsor up until the last minute,
Nice.
and we'll still be able to show some stuff at the event. But I have to say, we have Lightbridge Academy Daycare. They have branches all over New Jersey.
Yes.
They signed up to be a sponsor again this year, but a $10,000 sponsor. And
wow.
what I love about it is they have all their different branches located all over the state of New Jersey, and they knew individually they couldn't sign up as a $10,000 sponsor, but they knew together they could. So each branch sent us $500
Oh, that's
to
great.
total the $10,000.
Wow.
So how amazing
Yeah.
is that they recognized, okay, we can't do it individually,
Bring it
but we
together,
can do it
right?
together. So I would just encourage any business out there to think like Lightbridge.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Fantastic
great.
sponsor.
Now the money raised from this 225K run and walk, what is it going towards? How can it help children battling cancer?
So the money rate, 100% of the proceeds from this race go to the Children's Brain Tumor Network, which is stationed at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia at CHOP. Our daughter Hannah was treated at CHOP, and the head of the CBTN is Dr. Jay Storm. He's also a neurosurgeon at CHOP. He actually did Hannah's surgery. So that's kind of how my family and our foundation became involved with the CBTN. But they are a just fantastic, just organization that they do collaborative research. So it's not only the researchers at CHOP, but they have I think 18 partner hospitals and worldwide. So in the United States and also around the world that they do collaborative research with. So it's not research in a silo. It's open source research, and for brain cancer research, but really that branches out into all types of childhood cancer and ultimately all cancers. So it's just incredible work that they're doing. We're just proud to be a part of supporting them and the work that they continue to do, and we're thrilled to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And whether it's prior to the race or certainly after the race, if somebody says, "Hey, you know what? I want to be able to help out and donate in any way," how can they still go about doing that in donating some funds? Let's say a few days after the race, a couple weeks, maybe it's sometime over the summer, where they're like, you know what? I've read a lot or heard a lot about the Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer or the Hannah Duffy Foundation. How can I get involved? How can I volunteer? How can I donate? What are some of the things that each of you would like people to know about?
Yeah, well, for Infinite Love, they just go onto the website again, infiniteloveforkidsfightingcancer.org. And you can donate year round. I mean, we need donations all the time. There's not a season for it. You know, even when there was COVID, we're trying to remind people, hey, we can't hold these in-person events, but kids are still getting cancer, and we still need your help. One way that we really love to encourage people to support us is to become one of our monthly donors. So
I was just going to bring that up because if somebody has a set dollar amount they want to give during the course of a year, everybody seems to jump in like November and December for taxes.
Yes.
Sprinkle it around.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And it really does. I can't even explain how much it helps when, you know, we love the one-time donation, so don't stop doing those. That's great.
Of course.
But, you know, for anyone who's
like
able.
Like an auto debit type of thing where it comes out of the bank account, you won't even mess it.
It's amazing. I mean, and we have people who are monthly donors, some people who can only afford to do $5 a month.
Right.
And, But then we have businesses. We have a business that does $500 a month.
Ah, that's great.
You know, we have, I'd say the average is between $25 and $50 a month. And if it wasn't for those monthly donors during COVID, we would have been in real trouble, you know, because we weren't able to hold our usual in-person events, especially our very lucrative gala that we were having every fall. And I was really worried about having to turn families away because not only does Infinite Love support vital research, but, you know, we really pride ourselves on helping families both financially and emotionally. So, you know, when a new family is introduced to us right off the bat, you know, because almost all families need that financial help immediately, we give them a $1,000 grant. From there, that family is with us for life, you know, regardless of each child's individual fight. We'll help in any way. So whether that family is having troubles paying bills, we had one family who lost their car. We had a family whose hot water heater broke, and you know, they needed to bring their child back to their house. So many things. We've paid, unfortunately, for funerals. We've sent kids on bucket wish trips. And we do things for siblings because oftentimes the siblings are, you know, on the back burner because the child fighting needs most of the attention. And, you know, we've sent siblings to sporting events via limo.
Wow,
and,
there you go.
You know, hook them up in boxes.
Nice.
And, you know, we do all sorts of things. We've built tree houses that have, you know, heating and air conditioning and TVs and refrigerators.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But we help families emotionally too. So we're available, you know, pretty much 24/7 to our families. So when a family just needs to vent, we're here, we listen. We've helped families find research throughout the country when they're told their child's out of options. We really are like a one-stop. We'll try to do everything we can. And if we can't do it, you know, we'll reach out to other foundations to see who can help, whatever we can do for families. So during COVID, I was really a little nervous about, oh, shoot, you know, we're not going to have all this money. And thankfully, we didn't have to turn a single family away, and it was because of our monthly donors. That was all money that was continuously coming in.
That's great.
And it honestly kept us afloat during that time for those couple of years at least. So that's what I like to really encourage people to sign on as a monthly donor, because that's just a breath of fresh air for us, because we can, you know, just breathe easy knowing, okay, I don't know what's going to happen with this event or with that event, but
regular
we
amount
have
of money
this.
coming in or a certain amount of money coming in.
We can help our families. It's okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, just again, your final thoughts from Sue and Andrea. What is it you want people to know about your respective organizations, Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer and the Hannah Duffy Foundation, about whether it's for getting the word out there to families. Maybe it's the moms and dads who sadly are watching their son or daughter battle some form of childhood cancer, or other people in the community. How can they reach out and get help and seek out services and the support as well?
Yeah.
I mean, I would just say, so in our case, my final thoughts. Our foundation, our Hannah passed away. It'll be 10 years in September. What I can say about her was she was just an amazing young woman, never gave up hope. And, live life to the fullest, and regardless of what was thrown in her way. We will be retiring our foundation at the end of this summer, prior to her her angelversary. And I am looking forward to continuing the work that we've done. We've given away, or I should say, funded over $100,000 in scholarships, college
nice.
scholarships
Wow.
to graduating seniors in the Monmouth County area over the past 10 years, and we'll be giving our final scholarship this June. But I will be continuing the work with Andrea and the Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer. So I'm not going away. I'm just going to kind of move my my talents and resources.
There you
to
go.
work.
Sue's hanging around.
I'm hanging around working with Andrea and with Infinite Love, and that way I can continue to keep my daughter's memory alive, but in a way to continue to help other families too.
Yeah.
Andrea?
Yes. Gosh, Sue has been like this endless support system for me. I mean, we met. I didn't even have an opportunity to meet her Hannah. We met shortly after she passed because I had seen her story and her name popped out at me because I saw Hannah Rose. And of course, I instantly thought of my Hannah Rose, and I started reading the story and I thought I wanted to reach out to her, being at the time my daughter Natalie was she was still
actively in treatment.
She was still in treatment, my daughter Natalie, for leukemia. So I just felt this connection to Sue, this invisible string, even though we never met. And I reached out to her and we talked for that I went to her house. I remember being nervous because I'm like, I never met this person.
Right.
And she just lost her daughter. Like, what if I say the wrong things?
Right.
And we talked from 7 p.m. till about 2
2 in the
a.m.
morning.
Oh, wow.
I thought her husband was going to come send the police out.
Yeah. And we've been so close ever since. So I'm really thrilled that that Sue's going to be continuing all of her amazing work with us at Infinite Love. And, you'll see Hannah's presence on our page.
Yep.
And we're going to work on that this summer. Really just proud of everything that we've been able to accomplish.
Sure. Yeah. And, more to come.
Absolutely.
More great work.
More to come.
Absolutely.
As we close up, just touching on some of the finer details here with the upcoming 5K, Andrea. So Sunday, June 11th, 225K run or walk. Tutu's fighting pediatric brain tumors, cancer research. So much going on here. Taking place at Trumbull High School up in Trumbull, Connecticut, if you're happen to be up there, and Middletown High School South right here in Middletown, New Jersey, Monmouth County. Time coming up for sponsors over the next couple weeks as well. Free T-shirts guaranteed to everybody who registers by May 12th. You get a tutu. And am I missing anything with terms of people signing up and getting ready for race day?
No, I mean T-shirts you have till May 15th. Just to give them a couple extra days.
Sure.
There you go.
No, that's fair.
But, if you really don't care about the T-shirt, you can sign up to the day of the event. I mean, you can roll in the morning of and sign up. So I don't want you to think you only have till May 15th, but that's when you're guaranteed a T-shirt.
A T-shirt in your size.
Yes, we do order extras, but it's kind of a first come, first serve.
Sure.
Yeah.
You may end up going home with a muscle shirt.
Yes, absolutely. But, don't forget, use that $5 off coupon code, which is short time.
Dave?
Love it.
Short
That's
time?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Short time
absolutely.
all the time. It'll help out so many great things, and we're so happy that it could be a part of helping out with this upcoming 5K and everything. We're happy to help get the word out for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're so happy to be here. Thanks, guys.
Anytime, please.
Thank you.
We will have all the details in case you were trying to race and scribble them down on a notepad here. We got you covered, people. Yes. 943thepoint.com. I'll post up an article in a little bit, and we'll get all the details out there for you, and then you could share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with people you don't know. I mean, we all know there's all these different Facebook groups out there, so share the word and spread the word.
Yes, we have a virtual option, so we want to try to get all 50 states.
Yeah. So reach out to people in other states. We're getting New Jersey and Connecticut covered.
We need Wisconsin. We have not gotten that yet.
They're holding out.
I'm trying to think. Okay.
Anybody knows anyone in Wisconsin, tag them on our Facebook posts. Yeah, we
there you
definitely
go.
need them.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
We'll help spread the word, people. It's coming up. Mark it down, June 11th. The Infinite Love for Kids Fighting Cancer 225K run or walk. So start doing your stretching and working out now. You got some big time 5K coming up June 11th.
Town Square Media's Jersey Shore Journal with Vin Ebenau.
Now for a look at what's coming up in Ocean and Monmouth counties this week and beyond, here is Dan Alexander. Good evening, Dan.
Vin, coming up Friday and Saturday, Our Lady of Perpetual Help Church of Toms River holds their annual spring flea market at the church on Church Road from 9 till 3 each day to benefit the new church building. Saturday and Sunday, the Valerie Fun Camp Happy Times host their Spring Food Truck Festival to benefit Camp Happy Times, special days camps, and Camp No Worries at the Oak Tree Lodge in Wall Township. There's also bumper cars, a 14-foot Ferris wheel, giant inflatables, a petting zoo, and clowns. Saturday, Jake's Got This hosts their second annual Police vs. Fire charity softball game at Shoretown Ballpark, home of the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. Jake's Got This provides guidance and recommendations from experience, helps navigate the world of health insurance, and support to families with children under the age of 18. To get your nonprofit club or organization's event listed on the community calendar, click the Submit link at the top of the community calendar page on this station's website. For Jersey Shore Journal, I'm Dan Alexander.
Town Square Media's Jersey Shore Journal with Vin Ebenau.
Well, it's time for me to say goodbye and goodnight. We do have a full look at what's going on in Jersey Shore news on our free Town Square Media family of apps here in Monmouth and Ocean counties. Have a great night and a great week ahead, everybody. Talk to you soon.
This has been Jersey Shore Journal with Vin Ebenau, a public affairs presentation of Town Square Media. Join us again next week as we keep you informed about important issues affecting Monmouth and Ocean counties. If you have a story you'd like us to cover on Jersey Shore Journal, please email the host, vin.ebenau@townsquaremedia.com.